Hey everybody, this is Mr. Programming. If you can't read the text on the screen, please click the gear on YouTube and set to 1080p and you'll be able to see the whole thing clear. Today's screencast is on objects, specifically classes, interfaces, and abstract classes. The level of this screencast is intermediate, requires some programming experience. You have to at least know what an object is. Okay. The whole purpose of objects starting out was to logically split up different operations of different tasks. For instance, if you had an appliance object, you wouldn't want to put cook bread and wash dishes. That just wouldn't be logical. So you would make an object called oven object, which would have a method of cook bread, heat up, things like that, and then an object called dishwasher, and with methods wash dishes, dry dishes, things like that, so they can logically be linked together later. Now we're going to talk about extending different classes. Now what you may want to do, going back to our appliance kind of example, is you may want to make an appliance object which has very general things like provide electricity, and then you would extend that class with another one like a dishwasher, and then the dishwasher would inherit all the methods from the previous thing. So let's try to visualize this. We're working in the Java language because it's easy to read, but pretty much all languages have some sort of inheritance and interfacing mechanism. Normally we won't put multiple classes in one file, but for this we're gonna do it anyways. So, and we're going to start with an abstract class. Well, we'll start with a class. A class is just a collection of methods. So we'll make a first class. We'll just call it dishwasher, and then we'll set a couple class properties. Boolean clean, equals false, and Boolean plugged in equals true. Would be fine. So then you could have a method that would be, we'll say, public void clean dishwasher. And all this method's going to do is sets clean to true. So this is our object at this point. Now it's just a very basic class with two class properties and then one method. Now we're going to make an abstract class. Now really the only difference between a class and an abstract class is not actually able to be used directly. You can only extend an abstract class and then use the method that extended it. So we're going to make another class called appliances. I'm sorry, abstract class. Abstract class called appliances. And then we can set, we're going to move plugged in up to there, because most appliances have to be plugged in. So now we can extend that. And to extend it, we just do class dishwasher extends appliances. And what we've essentially done is we've gotten access to the properties within appliances. So if we were to make a method called public void plugin, and I don't want to confuse with public, so we're just going to get rid of that. We'll do void plugin. You'll notice if we do this plugged in, we actually have access to that, even though it's not actually part of the unplug dishwasher. Even though it's not part of the object that we're typing in. Once you extend a class, everything within this class becomes part of this class. So same if you wanted to make an oven extends appliances, then you can have Boolean, hot, it's false, and then same thing, unplug oven. You don't actually have to say anything. You just do this, plugged in, equals false. So this actually links to appliances. It extends it. So that's an abstract class. No different than a class, except you can't actually instantiate the abstract class. Like if we had one more class, we'll just say generic. It doesn't really need to do anything. And then we'll have a method also, something. Also doesn't need to do anything. But if we try to make a new oven object, oven, is new oven, no problem. We made an oven object called O. But watch what happens if we try to make an appliance object. Appliances equals new appliances. And it doesn't work. If you put our mouse over it, it says it's abstract, cannot be instantiated. The initial purpose of an abstract class was if you're deploying software, or I'm sorry, if you're deploying different code segments as part of a larger project and you didn't want people to actually instantiate your abstract classes, but you wanted to have other classes extend a set of common functionality, then abstract classes was the way you wanted to go. Now, of course, people can modify the source code and just change abstract, class, just get rid of abstract, and then suddenly, now we can instantiate that object. This works fine down here now. So yeah, they could do that, but that's up to them. That might, cause problems in the software that they didn't want. So the final thing is an interface. What an interface is, we'll do interface, appliance interface. Think of an interface as, what happened? Think of an interface as a set of methods that something must have. So if it's an appliance interface, then it's going to have a void unplug and then a void plug. So there's going to be two things. Each of your appliances, you're going to have to be able to unplug them and plug them in. So now if we take dishwasher and we add that interface, implements appliance interface, you're going to notice that there's an error. So because it says we have to override plug and unplug. So basically we have to do that. We're going to go ahead and just change this to unplug. And plugged in equals true now. To change these to public. Gotta change them to public now. Normally you would use scope resolution for everything. Public meaning it's accessible by anything. Protected meaning it's accessible only by itself and methods that extend it. I'm sorry, classes that extend it. And then protected is only accessible by the object itself. So now we have this actually works. Now this is specific to Java. You actually have to write the override annotation to say that you're overriding this particular method. So plug is overriding that and unplug is overriding that. But now this is good. This doesn't work anymore. So now we have the two methods that are part of the interface. Now you can add additional methods, like we have clean dishwasher. That's fine. What the interface requires is that the object have at least what the interface has in it. Now interface, you cannot actually define any additional logic. Like you can't add actual business logic in here. All you can do is define the function as well as the things you want, boolean, clean, public boolean. Goes false. So you have to actually you have to have everything in the interface. That's the purpose. So that's interfaces, abstract classes, and things of the sort. Extend, remember, extends you have to use to actually extend another class, and then implements is for your interfaces. And all these can have actual public, protected, and private scope resolution. The only reason we didn't use it here is because normally you don't put more than one class in a file for Java, but just because I don't want to be bouncing around between files, I just did everything in one. So finally down here, Oven. Oven now has Oven now has everything within Oven. It has everything within appliances, and then Dishwasher has everything in appliances, and then Dishwasher also conforms to the appliance interface. So that is an overview of abstract classes and interfaces and normal classes, how they work and what you have to do. That's it for the screencast. If you liked this screencast, please share it with your friends. You can check our YouTube channel for additional videos. Thank you for watching.